What is up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We are doing a little Disney Lorcana, having a good time with it. Hope you are doing swell. We are going on a trip here soon, so wanted to go ahead and get a stream in. I got a video live today for those of you that got a chance to check it out. It's moving and grooving, so let's see. Let's see how much it's moving and grooving, shall we? Let's see. YouTube. It is an unboxing of our first Enchanted on the channel, which feels great. Really, really excited for it. Let's see. Nope, I want to go to studio. Go to studio. Hey, it's doing fine. 4 out of 10. So, it is right next to our, we've done 3 Lorcana boxes or 3 Lorcana videos, and it is right in the dead middle of our 2. We're still trying to, push past the days of, push past the Marvel Snap days. What up, Ryan? So, one of the big things that I wanted to do today was I wanted to test out I wanted to test out and see how I play this Ruby Amethyst deck. So I actually constructed a Ruby Amethyst deck, got the cards together, and I'm going on this trip. I'm going to Lynchburg for Worlds for disc golf, and so I'll be in Lynchburg Wednesday through 2 Mondays from then. So like 10 to 12 days, something like that. I think it's 12 days because I'm getting there Wednesday and I'll be there the following, just 2 days short of. We're going, but while we're there are local events happening. Specifically, there are some local events happening on a Saturday night. Saturday night, there is a Lorcana Local League, and so I wanted to go. And rather than, I just wanted to see how it felt to play Ruby Amethyst. See how I do with this deck. I've gotten used to Sapphire Steel, what I've been playing a lot when I go to my local league, but wanted to obviously expand beyond that. So my friend Ryan actually hooked me up with a second cam. So the fun part is that we can actually now, instead of just being on InkTable when we get back from the trip, we're just streaming for a little short while today. I wanted to go over the deck list, as well as play a couple InkTable games just to see how do we feel about the opening. So we have the deck here and wanted to, like I said, go over the deck and show you guys what we're working with. So Tactical, what's up, dude? What's up? So this deck, we run 8 1-drops. So we run 8 1-drops, and we run 4 Chernabog followers for the Amethyst, Ruby Amethyst. You gotta have Chernabog. Chernabog is a 2/1 that quests 4/1. Whenever this character quests, you may banish them to draw a card. So if we get stuck, Inkable lets us do that, as well as Magic Broom, which also is a 1/2. What up, Justin? 1/2, and whenever you play a character, you can banish this to draw a card. So both of these just help us establish a board early with these 8 1-drops, get some stuff down, and then quickly move from there. And if we need to, if we get stuck on draw, we can obviously expand. So we got the 8 1-drops over there, and then we're rocking Dragon Shield sleeves. Got the shiny purples. Okay, next up for 2-drops, we have we run 4 copies of Madame Snake. For Madame Snake, if you're not familiar with the bounce package, the way this card works is that when she's played, you have to banish another character. You either have to banish her or return another character of your choice of yours to your hand. So you can basically like turn 1, we can have a Churnabox follower on the board. So we play it turn 1, and then we quest, so we get 1 lore, and then normally it's exerted, so it could be attacked or whatever, but then when we play a Madam Snake, instead of obviously banishing her, we bounce the Churnabox followers back to our hand, and then we have Snake down on the board. So just allows you, in the Amethyst package, which is purple, is that ink color, allows you to reuse everything, which is kind of sick. So we carry 4 copies of Madam Mim, and then one of our early lore questers is Flynn Rider Frenemy. So I'm still getting used to like what's the proper angle and stuff that I can hold. So Flynn, Mr. Smolder himself, the way he works, he's a 2/2 at the start of your turn. If you have a character in play with more strength than each opposing character, you gain 3 lore, and that is for every Flynn that you have on the board. So he pairs really well with Sisu, so we want to get him down turn 2. And we're not going to quest with him necessarily unless we know he'll stay safe. But this deck really thrives around 3 and 4 drops. So let's get all the 3 drops pulled. Boop. And bang. Yeah, so as you can see, we have a lot of 3 drops, and then, I mean, probably a pretty comparable amount of 4s. Yeah, mostly 3s. So 4 drops to 3 drops. Bang. It's all about playing your ramp, people. All about playing your ramp. So we run 4 copies of Maleficent, Maleficent Sorceress. So when you play this card, you may draw a card. So we play her. She's a body on the board, which is really great. And then we draw a card, and then we can use Madam Mim Snake to bounce her back and continue to do these effects. There's a lot of when play a card effects that happen. So Maleficent, she's chilling over there, and then we have 4 friends on the other side for our Yu-Gi-Oh fans, longtime CCG people. This is a song, Friends on the Other Side. It's Pot of Greed. When you play this, you can draw 2 cards. So Friends on the Other Side, we draw 4 here, so that we have 4 copies of it because we want to be drawn. Continuing with the Madam Mim vibe, so Madam Mim Fox plays the exact same function as when you play her. You either have to banish her or bounce another person. And she has Rush, so she's a 4/3, so she has a little more attack. She can also trigger that that Flynn, which is really solid, but she has Rush, so she can take care of something really easily. So you can actually play her, bounce a snake back to your hand, rush and attack and take some damage, and then play the snake and bounce Fox back. So the bouncing gets super fun, super fast. And then Sisu, one of the main staples. So Sisu, Emboldened Warrior from Raya the Last Dragon. So Sisu is a 1/4, but for every card in your opponent's hand, she gets +1 strength. So if they have a full handful of options, which is what people are trying to do, in the game, they're trying to have options in front of them, she can get real big and trigger that Flynn Rider pretty consistently. Let's see, we'll put the Sisus here. And then last but not least is your control option, which is Brawl. And Brawl simply banishes a character with a strength of 2 or less. So this lets us get rid of some stuff real early. Don't worry, we'll see this all in action. Just kind of talking it out so you guys can see the deck. I'm thinking about doing some content on this channel that's a lot more deck tech related, but just see what the vibe is here. So next up we have Merlin Goats. Merlin Goats are, when this character is played, gain 1 lore. This obviously helps us get our win condition. The fun part about Madam Mim is that Madam Mim, she bounces when you're playing her, and then the Merlins all, when this card enters, no matter what shape, like shape shifting the Merlins in, it does just a host of different stuff. So Merlin, when played and when it exits play, whether that's being banished or bounced back to your hand. So this one gains 1 lore, which is super powerful. Merlin Rabbit allows you to draw a card. So lore, this helps us win the game. If we get to 18 lore and you play a Merlin Goat, you just know that you win the game on your next turn, because either you play this, and that when you play this, it gets you to 19, and then if they get rid of it on their turn, boom, you get to 20 lore anyways. And if they don't get rid of it, then you quest for 1 on the next turn anyway. So it's a nice little win con to hold in your back pocket. And then one of the big baddies inside of the deck is this location, which is Queen's Castle. This thing is busted. So it's a 4 cost, 1 to move, 7 health, which is really tough to deal with. And at the start of your turn, every turn it gives you 2 lore, which moves you so fast. It's 2 for every single castle that you have out there. So if you had all 4 of these out here, that's 8 lore you're getting, and you only need 20 to win. The real trick is that when you move characters to this location, you also draw a card for each character that is at a Queen's Castle at the start of your turn. So our 4 costs are really big for helping us win the game. Really, really powerful there. And then we move on to the big bads to close it out. So our big hitter, I'm thinking about adding Elephant. I want to see how this plays out with just me doing this right now. But I was trying to think, because I pulled an Elephant at the start of your turn. You may move up to 2 damage counters from this character to chosen opposing. Yeah. I don't know, because this deck, you're not necessarily trying to, like, I guess it would be, like, yeah, it's just interesting. I think the Elephant adds an aggression to the deck, and I don't know that we necessarily need the aggression. And most of the time, you're going to be bouncing anyways to get rid of those damage counters on anyways. But we'll see. I'll have to mess around with Elephant. I'm not overly impressed by Elephant to start, but I could very much be wrong there. So Maui is a 6/5. He's a 5 cost. He has Rush, so you can attack the turn you play him. He's a big guy, hits hard. And then Reckless. The big thing about Reckless is that they have to attack when they have that opportunity. So they are there to just remove the big. We actually only run 2 Madame Medusas, but Medusa is super strong. When you play her, you can banish an opposing character with a strength of 3 or less. So Medusa hits pretty hard. And then with the bounce package as well, obviously, she can be bounced back to your hand and then played again later. The big weakness of Medusa, obviously, she's an uninkable. Really, the top end, all of these cards are all uninkable, but we're only running 12 uninkables or 11 uninkables. With 4 rabbits, 6, 10, 12. Yeah, we're running 12 uninkables. So everything else in the deck is inkable, which is really nice. And then the big hitter, Be Prepared, Field of Fire. We're running 4 of them. So Be Prepared, cost 7. And banish all characters. So it's a board wipe. So you have 4 board wipes just stacked in. If the board gets overwhelming for you, you have that clear. And then we run big Sisu empowered symboling, which is essentially a smaller B prep. Quest for 3, and then when you play this character, banish all opposing characters. So you can also bounce her back into your hand, and your opponent now has to play scared with all of their 2 strength or less characters, so they can only play the big ones out there. So, yeah, very fun deck list. Want to play a couple games, just feeling it out, seeing how the bounce package works, how the control works, because kind of this one, unlike Sapphire, where you're kind of surviving to the ramp, this one, like, you're ramping in Sapphire, but you're trying to just eliminate threats along the way. I'm going to try it into my Sapphire Steel. So we don't need any of these. We want Sisu, because if we get Sisu Flynn, we just cook. Okay, so we will go ahead and ink a Maui. to ink a Maui. I think that's a strong play. I'm excited. Yeah, like definitely when I get back, I'm going to be messing around on an InkTable with a lot of the turn 5 play potential. Okay, so we're going to ink. I think we ink a Sisu here, and then we play. I think we quest. And then we play Madam Man, bounce it back, and we're good to go. Okay. I think we go here. And I think we bounce that in. Because I don't necessarily want them to just stack lore. I know that they have to ramp. Yeah, Hiram's in the hand. So if we get a brawl, we're cooking. And then we're going to be at 4 here. So we can go Flynn here, here. And we'll actually banish one of them to draw a card. Bang. And they're going to keep drawing cards, which is going to keep Sisu nice and strong, which is fantastic for us. So they're ramping pretty well. But we get 3 lore here. So we are going to play Rabbit, draw a card. I don't want to banish that. I would love to ink this turn. Maybe I should have so that it gave me a card to ink. Yeah, I do agree that we will need answers. Okay. And then we quest. I don't want to ink a goat just yet. Okay, so let's have Rabbit's going to sing Friends. So we're going to draw 2 cards. We have a B prep if we need it. If in case they put a big Tamato out there, we have that. We will play, and then we will bounce Rabbit back to our hand to draw a card. We will banish that to draw a card. We will ink a Maleficent. We're at 3. And then I think we just pass. Yeah, I am. I'm loving how, what did they? Along Came Zeus. Gotcha. Okay, so they Along Came Zeus to do that. So let's, we're at 5. We can go to get a Queen's Castle out. And then we're going to ink. We're actually going to ink a goat so that we're at 7, so that next turn, if they try to slam in and take out the castle, this will kind of force their hand. We can B prep. and just wipe. Yeah. Oof. That's actually so sick. They got rid of 2 of my V preps. Too bad we drew another one. And so we draw 2 cards, which is great. Then we draw, bang. So now we're sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're sitting on 10 cards, which feels phenomenal. So we will ink a Churnabox follower. We will Oh, I love the Podcana podcast, Ryan. Love the Podcana podcast. I think we play her to draw another card, and then we can Medusa. We can't Medusa him, but we can Medusa the Hiram. Okay, gonna make them make some decisions here. Should have moved Maleficent. I had 1 extra ink. Misplay on me. Yeah, I do. I think that Daisy is silly. Like, that's Ryan and I were talking last night. I think she's currently like $13. I think she'll drop a little bit, but I don't know that she'll drop so much because I just think that if you're running Amber, you're going to put her in your deck. Okay. Okay. So we ink. I think we ink a fox. We play Be Prepared. Bang. Board is clear. And then now we're back up. So we reset the board. They're at 13 ink, which is nice. This is the battle we're looking for. I don't think we'll get Jason, Ryan. I don't think we'll get Jason just because let's go yall. And then we will ink a broom. And then we'll play a Churnabox. And the nice thing is we can bounce the goats. Oof. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not super worried about the... I'm not worried about him just yet. They have a lot of power on the board. So let's sing. Okay, we'll ink another Churnabox. We will play that. And then we're sitting on 8. So I think we drop another goat. Because if we drop another goat, that puts us at 15. And then we'll have 16 on the board, 17 on the board. Yeah, because we can do this. And we bounce that back. Let's see. In the next turn, one, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah. We just win because they can't, even if they had dime, I think there's too many popsicles and like I think they have too many items in their discard right now. Yeah, 3 of their popsicles are in their discard. Let's see. I mean, if we top deck the B prep right now, that would be so nuts. Because they win next turn. They win next turn. So I think we just sing friends. Okay. Ooh, did they get me? 2, 3. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they get me. That's nuts. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We messed around and found out. Bang. Okay. Yeah, I mean, letting him get to 15 ink, tough. But yeah, Jason is not a dive deep into a game guy. He is much more of a, he wants to play a different, like if he plays the same game like 4 times in like 2 weeks, he's out. I saw a really cool discard deck option. Yeah, I saw a really cool discard deck option that had Prince John's Mirror in it. $18, and then she quests to finish it. Nice. Okay. Couple really, really good Whole New Worlds. I mean, he got rid of 3 of my 4 B preps in Whole New Worlds. So that's tough for me. I think we just have to get like a better board state early. Okay, we have the Sisu. I'm going to ink that, play that, because we have the 2-3. It is tough that we have 12 uninkables in the deck, and we have 3 of them in our hands. I'm not going to do that just yet. They got to get a Smee out. They can't get a Smee out, so we just get 3 lore for that. Okay. I think we ink another goat. We play this. And then we quest. And I do think that we banish it to draw a card now, and I think we quest. They don't have anything in this deck that has Rush. There's Cogsworth. Can't target him. So I think we need to keep ramping, so this might be a mistake. I don't know if it's ever, like, I don't know if it's ever an amazing idea to get rid of, like, to ink, yeah, okay, that's fine, because we get rid of one of them. We knew that was going to come. Perfect. We got another castle. Okay. So I think he's such a good singer. He's a good singer, and he actually, this combo works really well because Smee takes 1 damage if you don't have a captain in play, but Hiram gives Cog gives everyone resist, so you don't actually see it. I think we go here, and I think we move him there, and I think we just sit. Because if they don't get rid of Flynn or Sisu this turn, then we get 5 next turn, which puts us to 17. If they don't get rid of the castle, we're at 14, and that feels really good. And they're going to keep drawing. Bang. Okay. So we go to 14. It's fine. I will draw a card for Frenemy. And then I think we go ahead. I think we ink that because they're always going to have a bunch of cards. And I think we go ahead and B-prep. I mean, Bucky seemed miserable, but I would be lying if I said as a villain of the world that I'm not like, I really want to try. I think we just win here. So I think we go ink. I think we ink her. I think we play a second Queen's Castle, and then I think we play a rabbit, draw a card, bang. And I think we just win next turn unless because they would have to have 2 Along Came Zeuses because they don't have enough power to take out the castles. And A Whole New World's great for us because we have goats still. Yeah. I mean, that's GG. Because we only need, if they didn't take out a castle, we're good. Jim Hawkins, the one that does the 2 locations, or like free locations. Okay, so we split there. We've been on the play, or the draw every time. I have Jim in my pirate deck. My pirate deck, really, I wanted to revolve around Captain Hook, but Captain Hook is just a trash card. We will get rid of this to play this. I'd like to hold on to Maleficent, because right now we don't have the Sisu package. So, we're going to ink a goat. Quest. I'm not going to banish, no. So we're definitely playing Maleficent turn 3. They are also bricking. I'm going to ink a castle. I may regret that, but... We will, if Chernabog's still around next turn, we will banish him for that. Okay, so Maleficent sings Friends. We're going to draw 2 cards. We will ink one of our Sisus, and we will play Rabbit. Go ahead and get Rabbit out. Start drawing some cards. And then we'll quest. We'll banish. They're going to be at 5. It's risky, but I'm going to do it. I just feel like they have to have too many good cards in their hand to play the Along Came Zeus this early. Okay. So let's ink. We're going to ink a goat. I got to stop doing this. I feel like I'm inking too many goats. I feel like that is a weakness that I'm having. And then I'm going to get rid of Hiram. And I'm fine if I maybe could have bounced instead of Flynn. Yeah, that's tough. I'll take 1 damage. It's fine. Okay. We bounce that. We're not ramping near as fast, which is putting us in the danger zone. There's only 2 bells. We will need to get rid of that because bell will be a big win condition for them. Favorite card so far from the set, I would say, is... I really like the Pete. I think the steel Pete that negates actions is so fun. Okay. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Let's ink you. We will play this and banish her, and then we'll play Flynn, and then we'll go Questy. Questy. That was big. That was big. Thinking about Medusa to get rid of Belle. There should be a whole new world coming soon. There it is. Yeah, I'm thinking that this local next on Saturday, I'm thinking there isn't going to be a huge... oh, I don't know why we did that. I meant to hit sync. Whoops. Let's go ahead and play that. We will move Flynn to here. And then I think we quest with all of them. Grab Your Swords gets rid of a lot. Yeah, I mean, a grab your sword gets rid of a lot, but at the same time, I think we're fine at 8. At 8. I didn't think about a tink. A tink also does a lot. I would like to draw. I would like to go to 19, and then let's see. Yeah, I mean, we just clear the board. We ink. Doesn't really matter. Ink a snake. Play a snake. I didn't think about the fact that if we play a snake, it just banishes itself. But that should be GG. Because they're only sitting on 5 power. So they at best can play 1 Along Came Zeus with 4. Yeah, we're good. GG. Okay. So I think I went a little too aggressive on inking the goats. I think I'm trying to hang on to more of these goats. Yeah, I think these 4 feel, let's see, right here. This lets me know kind of where my barrier is. Yeah. These 8 feel very just get the board going. Once again, Ryan, you'll have to help me out here because I like really since I've played meta decks, I've been the Sapphire Steel guy. So it's a bit of a different pacing to be like you need to be controlling it as opposed to just like if I just hang on, eventually I have 15-point turn options. We didn't see any dimes from them, which is something. But yeah, these 8 just seem, for probably the first 3 turns, if I have 2 of them, I'm inking these guaranteed. They're ink beyond turn 3. Feels like what I'm trying to use them for. So yeah, that seems valuable there. I think I've got to protect the Flins more because I think the Flins give me a lot of win potential, but they're very brittle, especially against steel. I think they're getting smashed. So I think I wanted more bounce to be happening, but with only really 8 cards that can bounce, I can't be afraid to get rid of some of these. Yeah. So that's initial thoughts for the front half. Honestly, I feel like we utilized our 3 drops really well. I think that the brawls, we used the brawls when we needed to. The Sisus are big for 2 reasons. They're big because they empower the Flynn, but they also have the shift target for Big Sibling on 6. It just, that deck in particular, not a lot of like 2 strength. Rush probably should utilize this a little more. Friends, I love how many things can sing Friends. I feel like we played these 2 really well, so I'm not worried there. Yeah, I see what you were saying about the 2-drop Cusco, Teeth and Ambitions. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Flynn is particularly. I mean, it's nice. Truly, yeah. If you're going against a Sapphire matchup where it doesn't feel like they can do a lot to it early, this is great because, like, thinking about the deck that is just in front of me, um, you have Aurora's big, Beast is big, Bell doesn't beat it. I guess these stall it. Grammatala beats it. Hiram doesn't. Mr. Smee does. Tamatoa. So pretty much, I guess, all of them except for Hiram at least stall Flynn. But then you have so many options in this deck that just beat that. So, yeah. I'm not entirely convinced that Brawl is as bad as people say it is. I don't think it's great, but I think it's not terrible for early control. And also, a turn 3 answer for Daisy. So I feel like you've got to have some Brawls. Turn 3 answer for Daisy, but how sad is it going to feel? Yeah, how sad is it going to feel when Daisy starts questing early and then gets rid of your Brawls and sends them to the bottom of the deck? Queen's Castles, I think I can put out a little more aggressively. I was holding on to them for like big late game turn, but in the mid game, I feel like these hit pretty hard. The goats we already talked about. The rabbits I thought we used well. Could be using better. Maui didn't hit the board once. This is probably the side that I'm like most inclined to walk away from. Because you just have other removal options. Like I could see removing a Maui and putting in another Madame Medusa. But yeah, the Maui seem okay. Medusa, B preps, and then she never hit the board, but I like Sisu. I'm glad she's there. I'm glad she's there, and I think she will catch a lot of people off guard. I'm running 2 big Sisus. Two big Sisus. Let's see. Decks. Bang. 24 Ruby, 36 Amethyst. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah. I was much more inclined to put these in when I pulled them from packs. That was helpful. So really the big cards I had to go get for this deck where I had to get the B preps and the Queen's Castles. But everything else, Maui's I didn't have either. So, yeah, that's the deck, ladies and gentlemen. So, hope you enjoyed. Thanks again to Ryan for hooking it up. Did you guys enjoy the this? Like I said, when I get back from Lynchburg, I'll be trying to play some Pixelborn Connect, especially since we have cards. What's fun is that looking at yeah, I mean, I'm only at 12 on Inkable, so I could jump to 16. I don't think it's, like, terrible. The nice thing is we're missing 4 cards from this deck, and then it's done. We got the Let It Goes today, so we're missing 2, 4, 5 cards from this one. We're missing 2 cards from this one. This one's done and this one's done. So I do love Dreamborn, how it's like, I see what you're saying. So you just have, so if you get the Herc, it feels great. And you're looking at, you're looking at this Herc, the 7-3. Just to take out one of the castles if they get it down. Yeah, that would help in the mirror a lot. Because then they have to get rid of it. Serves the same purpose, it's just not as inkable. Yeah. But excited because the pod, the 2 competitive decks are here, and then the pod is really 3/4 of the way done. The only thing we're missing, this says we're missing more than we are. Like it says we're missing a Radigan's Party, but it's because one of them is holographic and I didn't select a holo to go in there. But we're just missing 2 of the Jim Hawkins. They're in the mail. This one makes me laugh because it says that we're missing a Popsicle and a Let It Go, but we're not, because we have the Let It Go, and then the Popsicle that we're missing is because it's a holographic Popsicle that's in there. So funny. But yeah, because we have 5 Popsicles in our collection, I think. I do wish that this defaulted to having all of them selected instead of just shimmering every time. Yeah, we got 2 holos from our friend Jaden, and then 3. We did need to put in, because we got 4 more of these. Boop. Because now we go to My Decks, and Princess Party is even more complete. Yeah. Pooh Pirate, we have 4. Just one of them's hollow. So we don't have 2 of the Donalds, 2 of the Daisies, and we're missing, we have the Underworld, and we're missing a Stitch. So should be a good time, but hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to let you go. Short little stream and hang out with my wife, especially with me leaving for basically like 12 days. I want to spend some time with her. So I hope you guys have a great evening. We will catch you later. So long.